welcome to Thursday's live stream. Hope you're all keeping well. And hi to anybody who's watching us on playback. Well, here we are, back to the layout. A little bit more work done. I've got a tunnel. And I can't remember whether I don't think I had this, or maybe I had this bit started last week. But yeah, more scenic stuff going on the layout. So let's get into the chat, see who's about tonight. I'll go back as far as the chat will let me. Ivo's in saying first. Well, I think Ross was just in before you, but he's not showing up on the chat here. But I've seen him earlier on. Flymo's in. Good evening, Flymo. Fernand Central with his new domain name for his shop, thetrainsetshop.com. So do check him out, our unofficial sponsor. Who else we got in? Tom Houston Motor Rail's in. Gobert Junction, Tony, good evening, how you doing? Oh, there we go, chat does, right, now the chat's jumped completely. Where was I? Tony was in, Gobert Junction, Summer Breeze Model Railway. Mark Dempsey's in, good evening. I see he started the food chat early. Hot Dog Pilot Andy, good evening. Martin O'Keefe's in as well, good evening Martin. Digger Evans is in, good evening Digger. We got anyone else coming in? Oh, Simon Trains Model Railway. Good evening, Simon. How are you doing? Anybody else lurking in the background as well? You're very welcome to the stream. Scott Woodson as well. Good evening. LNERW1. That's Alfie, isn't it, I think? Good evening. Clive, New Inn Railways in. And we got Alan White as well. Any chance of a train crash of some sort tonight? You never know. Brian Madden's in. Good evening, Brian. How you doing? You missed our Tuesday night, Brian. We got a point and 2 pieces of track laid. Kev's in. Hi, Kevin. How you doing? Yes, as Simon's put there, tonight's unofficial sponsor, thetrainsetshop.com. We are so happy we are now at .com. Fair play to you guys. Oh, Ironville's in as well. Good evening, Ironville. Good evening. I had a main meal at lunchtime, went to Weststream Swab, Thursday Curry Club, had beef mistress, rice, Papa Dom's, naan bread and soft drink, $9.95. Bargain. Stone Wobble's in. Good evening, Stone Wobble. That's not a name I think I've seen before. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I think I've got to the bottom of the chat. So how is everyone? What's everyone been up to? You see, I've actually been doing some work on my layout for a change. This is just leaving this to dry for a day or two. I just put a plaster wash on it just before the live stream. So I'm going to leave that to dry probably for about 2 days so it's nice and hard and dried out, and then paint it. Also this, a couple of days, paint that as well. I'll probably do this bit next because really to do this bit properly, I need to pull the layout out and turn it around so I can get at that back side of it as well, or else I'm just not going to be reaching over, I'm just not going to do a good job. But we've got a tunnel on the layout. Obviously you notice the 009 section's missing. That's because it's here out of shot. I've started doing the plaster on that, but I ran out of plaster of Paris, so a box of that is on order. It should get to me next week sometime. So does that mean Brian loves DCC.com? Yeah, maybe we should buy that domain name, Brian Loves DCC, and point it at the train set shop. So, anything in the news? Anything I've missed? Any new releases? We've got the Class 57 and the Class 20 still going around. You notice I've put my Mark IV coaches on. That was really to make sure the clearances were okay with the tunnel, running them around just to make sure there was no rubbing off the inside of the tunnel or the tunnel entrances. Entrances. Yeah, Ironville's still warm. Now it seems chilly in the outside Model Railway Garden building. Did you ever find the class 43? Yes, I think I know where it is. I think it's in I've got some storage boxes down here that I keep my sort of rakes in, and it should be in there with the rake of Mark III coaches. I haven't looked to see if it's there, but I'm just presuming that's where it is. No problem, Stone Mobile. We're a friendly bunch here. You're very welcome to come along. We just talk trains, usually for the first hour, and then from about 8:30, we all start discussing food for some reason. So if you've got any questions, or you want to know anything, put it in the chat there. We'll do our best to answer it. So Scottwood is ground scatter and static grass this week, plus changing the pathway to the station, adding a set of steps as the slope didn't look right. Oh, very good. There's Anthony, the model train outsider. Good evening, Anthony. Summer Breeze Model Railway spent money on some teak coaches and some wagons from Brian, so hoping to do a running session and video this weekend. Oh, very good. Mark, what's your plans fully for the 009? This week's video is on the 009. Which was released to channel members today and will be out tomorrow, and you'll see the plans for the 009. I can move the roving camera around in a bit, because you notice I've got the roving camera over there looking at the tunnel, this side of the tunnel, because obviously it usually sits down here looking at the 009, but that's not running tonight. How do you clean the track in the tunnel area? The tunnel's not that long, so I can actually get to it. And plus it's a double tunnel portal, I can get my hand in. So that's how I'll be cleaning it. If I built a bigger tunnel, which now you mentioned that, because I've done the video on this and I've uploaded it for next week, it's something I should have mentioned in there. When I've done bigger tunnels, I've cut access holes in it so I can get to it. Grant Salisbury's in. Good evening, Grant. How are you doing? Simon said, had to catch up with last week's video and watch this week's video. Well, you've had a busy evening then, Simon. Midsummer Railway Ensko. Good evening. How are you doing? Oh, Maura King's in as well. Hi, Maura. How are you doing? We're up to date with everyone. Tonight I have a bottle of water, fizzy lemon and lime flavoured water, and I have my pint of water, the old council pop. Some of you refer to it. Or I just noticed I'm not on all messages. Yeah, so as I say, tonight we got running the Class 20, the Class 57, both pull-in 3 Mark IV coaches, because they're the longest ones I have, and because the tunnel's on a curve, I wanted to make sure there was no clearance issues. We're doing some scenic stuff on that over the weekend, but I think I'm probably going to start the TMD, because I can get to that corner over there, start working on that, because that's going to take a couple of weeks to do. I'm thinking of putting just where my hand is here, a level crossing in. I do have a block signalling thing to control the arms for the level crossing. I'm in trouble finding my words there. And I'm sure when I bought that, I bought some flashing lights to go on there as well. So they're in a box somewhere. They should be in the box that I have all my electrical stuff in. So I'm going to try and fish that out and maybe do that there and have a roadway coming into here because I want to put some houses here. Oh, it's high in the house. I think chat just shot away at me there. Did anyone see Lyndon's shortly uploaded? No, I didn't see it. Where are we? Ironville, I'm saving pennies for April. Key Model World NEC was a bit low after the boiler expense, I can imagine. Simon Model Trade, have a good weekend visiting 2 model shows, Flexen and Alton, and great show. I went to Doncaster show on the Sunday. Oh, very good. Andy, bloody pain. What's Andy going through that's so painful? He seems to be doing well, Simon, but is waiting on more surgery, unfortunately. Right, I've missed something there. So who's having surgery and what's wrong with Andy? Did anyone who models Cato get the email from the train tracks today about their website being breached? Sorry to bring the bad news if you haven't. Oh. And highs in the house. I think I said low to high already. Have you modelled the inside of the tunnel, train view camera going through? No, all I've done on the inside, because it's so short, and plus the fact it's on a curve, which makes it harder to do, is the inside, I've just painted it black. So when you look in, you just see darkness, which is really what you'd see anyway. I mean, the archway here does have brick a little bit in, but the rest of it is just painted black. If you're doing a tunnel on a straight, it's a lot easier to do a shell on the inside with brick paper or stone paper or whatever. But when it's on a curve like that, it's a bit more difficult. Kev says, Mark, where's your signal boxes going out of interest and being a newbie? The signal box will probably go about here. I may, why is that slowing down there? I may put 2 in so we have like an east and a west. So one here and one over here. I may make one look derelict. But what I want to do is I want to put a signal box somewhere, make it look a bit derelict and have a piece of track beside it that's isolated, and it'll look like a derelict piece of track, but actually it will be the programming track for my layout. So I can put something on there and program the locos. Mark, that'd be interesting to see your active road level crossing working. Yeah, I say I've got the module from block signaling, so you'll be able to switch the level crossing to make it manual, because what I want to do is I'll put a little switch over here somewhere for it on the baseboard, so when people come in they can flick it and make the barriers go up and down. But and then what I'll do is, because it'll be solenoids and everything on it, is I'll look at when I do the computer control, see how to connect it up to that so it can become automatic, so when a train comes along the barriers go down. Which, to be honest, this sort of thing, with the time it takes trains going down, they'll just be going up and down all the time. Mara says, remember we had a lovely day today. In fairness, we haven't had bad weather in the last couple of weeks, unlike the rest of the country. Yeah, it was all right here in Donegal today, but it's getting cold. In fact, we've got a weather warning in for tomorrow night for down to maybe -3. So there's a lot of ice forecast for tomorrow night, Saturday morning, but it's got noticeably cold. Like, I went out later and it was about 3 degrees. Yeah, so it's not as well as that. You know, I feel I need the red jacket on tonight, because even with the 2 radiators on, it is still a little bit nippy in here. I think that summary was that Lyndon Short was about him waiting on more surgery. Oh, he's still waiting on surgery. I did sort of give him a shout out last week because I know he said that he does watch some of the streams, he doesn't comment. So if you're watching, Lyndon, get well soon. I'm okay. Brian's done his shouldering. Oh, what did you do, Brian? Posting off all those big parcels. Alan White, I'm still getting loads of ads popping up on my mobile phone, so annoying. I don't know what that is. Some people seem to be getting it on the mobile phone and other people don't. I don't get what it is. I see a red door and I want it painting black. Yes, it's an old Stones song, isn't it? Delft Junction did say he was in a sling. What happened? Summer Breeze, Model Railway, John and Holly. Apart from Mark, what's everyone been doing on their layouts recently? I'm waiting on a delivery from West Hill Wagon Works to help keep busy wires tidy, etc. And John Holly said, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, support Smart, sharing the live stream if you can. Yeah, if you're new here, subscribe, share the stream, give me the thumbs up. I'm just going to rub that track over there just to see why it's... I know this point here, I think it's this one here, the frog wire has come off. I'm not going to do anything with it at the moment because I'm going to have to take this apart and move it, and it's easier to, when I do it up on its side, that it will... I can do the soldering then instead of trying to reach in underneath. Because, as I say, most of the long wheelbase ones, the fact that this bit of the frog is dead doesn't really affect them because it can get over it. It's got enough pickups. There, we cleaned it a bit and that seems to be better now. And Brian says, I don't know, Simon, it happened progressively. Yeah. Listening to too much King Crimson. Aaron says, that's interesting, John. I'm still going through laying 009 track, but it's really busy making smaller boxes out of larger boxes as I'm selling my large collection of Eagle Moss figures. Oh. And Simon says, Finnerton Central, Brian, I hope you make a good recovery. Yeah, get well soon, mate. If you have hurt your shoulder, rest up, get well. Aaronville's saying his new boiler's still working right, 23 degrees inside. Oh, I think you had it at 24 last week, Aaron. Flymer says, been sorting through boxes and I have way more kits than I remembered. Dartpool Parkside, even it's really good. Yeah, I had to go through the boxes because I'm now building the layout. I'm taking stuff out of the boxes and I'm using it, so I'm able to condense down some of the boxes. And can you see in the corner there? You probably can't see in the corner, but there's 3 boxes there I condensed down. And of course, when you do that, you're going through boxes. You think, oh, I forgot I had that. Oh, I forgot I had that. Anyone wants to see FedEx show in Alton? I've done a video from that model show. Cheap plug. Yeah. Click on that link and watch Simon's videos. Hermitage Road, Pete. Good evening, Pete. How you doing? I've got a drink of water there. Scott Wood, thought we were going to escape the rain for the first time this year, but alas, tea time and down it came. Yeah, I say it's got very cold here, and I don't know, before the stream, because I set up all my stream twice, they all went blank and said they had no internet. So, and then it came back. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether it's got so cold that ice has got into some of the comms boxes and freezing up the joints. So, if it disappears, it all goes black. I will be back if the internet stabilises. Andrew says, John, I'm slow but methodical for the 009. Will be DC for testing first. That will please Brian. Johnny says, Adam, that's always the way. I wonder if you're like me, forget you already have something and end up buying it again. What I tend to do is, I know I've got it, and then I can't find it. And then end up buying it again, and then I find it. Oh, Anthony's been busy. I finished covering the magnetic strips from my hybrid bus route. Now to paint it all and put in the pavement signage. Ooh. And hi from H&H Express. I posted a sneak preview short for an automated crossing I'm building. And John and Holly Summer Breeze. It's the best way, Aaron. Take your time, as less mistakes will be made. That way, you need to fix it further down the line. Yeah. During the club night here, you can't see it over here, but the 009 that we're working on, the hardest thing about the 009 is getting the little plastic fish plates, the insulating fish plates on. They are so tiny and far too flexible. When you're trying to put them on, they just bend and the guy, I didn't get involved. I left the guys here to do that, and Freer was so determined. He said, I'm not going home until I do this. So he's actually left some points here connected together to be laid when he comes back next week, and I'm not going to touch them. I'm going to leave them there. Simon says, also have the Emlyn wagon fetish, as I bought 5 more wagons during the weekend just to throw RG trains after what happened at the cruise show last year. Best way to test a tunnel is running a crane train through it to have more sideways sway compared to normal cars. I keep getting the circle of doom up on my phone, and I'm just wondering, is everybody still there, and is it is the stream going okay? Trying to figure out how to access the track in a 3-foot covered tunnel. Well, it depends how wide it is, but from underneath, because I know some tunnels, so this space here, I've cut a hole in the baseboard so you can come up and get to the tunnel. Scotland says, thanks to Anthony's video the other day. I'm also trying to add some cheap lights to the other side of station canopies. Oh, Martin Keefe says to Alan White, have you tried clearing the app cache? Yeah. My lodger complained it was too hot at 24 degrees, had to lower a bit. I think I've gone overboard, as before my old boiler broke. It was 19.5. Enjoy the heat while you can. And oh, where can I put this now? And oh, I should get that built, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Scott says, Turbo Introduction, I made this top section of my tunnel removable so I can get to the track if that helps. That's one way of doing it. Ambrose says, excellent, Anthony. Look forward to seeing the follower bus system working. However, in my long future, I hope to get some Wiseman vehicles. And Tony says, hi Scott, I'm looking at something like that if I can figure out how. Well, you would just have your tunnel, have a board going over it, So you're seeing it go up to the board, and then you're seeing it continue. There's a gap, and you just lift it off. Sounds simple, right? Fresno Jason, good evening, Jason. How are you doing? Maura says, I did that last week, spent about 5 days looking for cabbages, couldn't find them anywhere, so ordered more, and yesterday I found them. Brooke James 8920, good evening, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. The other one is that I can't find it when I need it, and it seems quicker getting another one. As soon as the new one turns up, I find the original piece. Yeah, we're okay. No doom circle. Okay. And Flymo's getting me 5x5. Oh, that's good. So everyone's getting me through. No interruptions. That's good. Pete's been building a new viaduct. Is that one of the Pico ones or the Metcalf ones, or are you scratch building one? I bought 2 Emlyn wagons from Dave Angel Trains last year at Motherwell Crew. Grace saw me and was like, what did you buy? Show here them. She yells at Dave Angel. You said you didn't have any Welsh wagons. Oh, Danville, Illinois, is that it? You're into HO scale. Well, this is 00 scale, which is the same gauge track as HO. HO is 1 to 87 scale, and 00 is 1 to 76 scale. Any lights in the tunnel? No, it's not. Like, it's only just over a foot long, so there's no lights in it. Anthony says, Ironville, it is working, just need to clean it and make it look better. 47. The YouTube thing doesn't like the HO model thing. Good to see you. Yeah, we had that last week with the HOE. Oh, every time somebody put HOE in the chat, it was quarantined. You got your first train set at Christmas '83. Oh, so I must have. Oh, when did I get my first train set? It would have been the late '70s, I would have thought. Ironville, just an idea. When I build my tunnel, as it's at the side, might just have a side removable board to get to the inside, so I can walk all around my layout. Would that work? Yes. I had that on my 6x4 layout because the tunnel was at the end and it went all the way around. The back panel could come off, so I could access all the tunnel. Simon says, for me, if I can't find it, just wait 3 weeks, then I find it. You find it when you're not looking for it. Ira says, looks like I need to redo my flywheel carrier frame. The new print is seriously larger. Railway Shed Dino. Good evening, Dino. You paid that car tax yet? I've just seen that come up on Facebook. That's a bit pricey. Brooke James belonged to the C&E Railroad Club out of Rossville, Illinois, north about 15 miles. Oh, very good. Yeah, HOE gauge, yeah. Good club and roll. Well, that's good that you've got a good club. Or says, Tino, your car tax price. I know I cried, Maura. Only one Microsoft exam to go, and then it's time to seriously plan the holiday trips. Oh. Well, I'm going camping for a couple of weeks during the summer. just noticed they have replaced the spanner with a shield for the mods. Oh yes, so they have. When did they do that? Joshua W6 Gaming's in the house. Good evening, Joshua. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late tonight. Had to charge my phone. Sorry, I never heard of 00 scale. It's basically the same as HO, but it's just the version they have over in the UK and Ireland. There's a history of it, but I won't bore you with the details. Some reason why I do know I didn't comment on it, as I think we would fall out if I told you how much money it was. Just a bit, Mark. Yeah. Usually I find things when I accidentally walk on it. Yeah, it's one thing I tell my kids when they come in this room: do not come in here in your bare feet, because you're likely to get a little coupling or a buffer or a track pin or something in the bottom of your foot. What's the scale again? Well, the 00 is 1 to 76, whereas HO is 1 to 87. They both use the same size track. So my 00 stuff or your HO stuff would run on the same track. Tax costs more than insurance. S is 1 to 64. Yep. Tino says, yep, my car tax is more than my insurance. Oh. Went to a train show last spring and was introduced to TT scale. Yes, the Hornby TT 120 is sort of halfway between 00 HO and N gauge. Ivo, summer will be a serious train-related trek through the far east of Germany. 4 steam railways, at least 2 railway museums, and a lot of other industrial heritage stuff. Very good. Oh, my throat is getting dry very quickly tonight. To keep on the Ishka. Ishka is Irish for water. Everybody's wondering what I'm on about. Timber Surf's in. Good evening, Timbers. How you doing, mate? Yes. Dino's car tax was €236.50 for 6 months. My car tax was €200 for 12 months. There we are. Flymo it's on the same track that was more available post World War II, James, but the Triangle Hornby 00 is larger in scale than HO. At least you can't call me a spanner anymore. Yeah, I think there was an option, John Holly, for him to do. I think that's what he said in the Facebook post. He was going to do monthly direct debits. No, Raymond's in as well. Missed you there, Raymond. How you doing? M. Purcell, 2004. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Adino's got a Mercedes SLK 1.8 supercharged. Yeah, no wonder it's so high. I've got a 1.6 diesel VW Passat. Ivo says, Flymo, most of the older HO stuff is closer to 1 to 80 due to the motor size. Which is the reason why 00 was 1 to 76, because they couldn't get small enough motors to build to make them smaller. So it was a fudge. What time are you there, buddy? The time here at the moment is just gone 8:05. Some cars have gone up to 750. Yeah, I did see that they were pushing up the car tax on some of the older models because obviously they want to get the older gas guzzling models off the streets, don't they? Fresno Jason's just working on a DCC sound conversion to a Kato SD70 ACE. May not be a shield, could be a cube shot at 45 degrees. TT, invented by an American but did not catch on here and exploded in Central Europe. TT was the number 2 scale in parts of Germany, Poland and Austria. Alan Wines 2085. Good evening, loving this live stream. Well, you're very welcome, Alan. Hope you enjoy it. RTJ trains are in the house. Right, we can stop talking about them now, lads. They're here. Rob and Grace. Hi guys, so we're late in, just back from visiting Grace's mum, just having something to eat and we'll get into the shed. Everyone's on. UK's Trix Twin is basically a German awesome unit with a UK built body around it. Aaronville, I don't have a car ever since I had my IOPS having new lenses. All light seems to streak out in spikes, especially LED lights. Also, I'm now not working, so I have to use buses and lovely trains. And somebody says, hi Rob, send Grace our love and best wishes. Is this a spare room at your house? Yes. Rob, Grace, you tell everyone off for saying they're late and do it yourself. And Alan Waynes lives in Cumbria, a place called Barrow. I've seen a few sizes over my years, Ivo, and learned something new every day. 1 to 80, I've probably come across the occasional. Brooke James is in the garage. Yeah, where do most people have their layouts? Previous house I was in, where I was building the layout, that was in an outside shed, which I'd insulated and everything. It was a brick-built shed, so I insulated the walls and the roofs, so it was nice and toasty. And then we moved to another house where I converted the attic, and as soon as I finished the conversion of the attic, we moved house again. And I'm not even going to say how long I think I'm going to be here, because you could tune in next week and I'll be somewhere different. Severn Valley Railway opens on Saturday. Oh, very good. Model train outsider. Joyce and I might be visiting Schoenberg as we were staying in Erfurt for a week and check out Pilco store and business there. Oh, very good. Newman Railway was a rotten garden shed. Now much new and improved. Have you managed to get that roof on yet, Clive? So I think I watched your latest update and the wind was holding you up. Raymond, maybe a few years I will be in a better place and can start scratching off my bucket list to go and see Norrance, ASP and Miniature Wonderland. I want to go and see Miniature Wonderland. Ira says, Flymo, most Euro stuff was 1 to 80 until the DDR started, but some serious 1 to 87 stuff on the market. They got the order to create the best wagons they could do with their equipment. You could end up in Kerry next week. Oh no, I won't go to Kerry. It's where Maura lives. And I got a load of relations down there. I've been in Kerry quite a bit. Open for Valentine's trips, yes. Oh, that's right. That's on Saturday. So there won't be any work done on the layout Saturday. Scott's layouts in a spare bedroom. Aaron mine's in my outhouse called Slavertown. Most people in the chat see it in very rare videos. Brooke James uses N-scale people as HO scale children. Oh, that's very good. New and Row, just finished plasterboarding. Oh, so you're way ahead now, Clive. John Holly, our railway is in the garage. Was thinking about the loft layout, but thought when older probably wouldn't be able to get up and down the loft ladder. Yeah, you got to consider these things. You know how try and future-proof things, but then sometimes you can overthink things, and then it stops you from doing something. We're also making pilgrimage number 8 to Miniature Wonderland, June 2019. June 19th. June 29th. Brooke James, I'm making a baseball team with N-scale people looking at the junior varsity team. Oh, very good. You'll have to wait to part 1920. Brian's asking, Clive, will you have heating in the shed? Valerie's in the house. Good evening, Valerie. I have seen the early Euro HO models and they were toy-like by today's standards. They did get better. Some can still hold up to today, yeah. Jerry BVR, good evening, Jerry. How are you doing? Oh, there's another sneeze coming. No, I think it's okay. Simon Trains Model Railway. Did tick something off my bucket list last Friday. Drank some Guinness while having some food. It's okay, but feel the bitter going down your throat. Simon, if you come to Dublin, I'll get you a proper Guinness. There's a little pub called McDade's off of Grafton Street. They do a good pint of Guinness in there. Aaron Wines, do you have a preserved railway, and if so, when does it open? We have a railway museum in the town, which if someone wants to throw the Facebook link up, where we have restored a load of rolling stock. We've only got a 7 1/4 inch train that you can take a ride on. Elsewhere in Donegal there is Fintown, which has original Donegal rail car number 18, which I have a model of here, which will be going on the 009. That's it there. And they open up for the summer, usually around June, usually. Episode 17, Railway Shed Build it. Yep, check out Clive's shed build. He's obviously a lot further ahead than the videos that have been coming out. Thanks for having a channel like this. Oh, that's like this is why I do this Thursday night live stream, so we can all chat about trains and help each other out and talk about each other's layouts and stuff, and promote each other's channels where you can see the other layouts. Because someone like me who lives in Donegal, there's not that many model railway people about, and this is one of my club nights. Now we have started a model club in the museum in town, and Kev and Brian, who are in the chat here, are members of that club, and we've been meeting here on Tuesday nights because it's been too cold in the museum this time of year, and it's a lot warmer here, and there's a kettle, plenty of tea, and Brian's missus is a brilliant baker, so there's usually some nice baked goods coming in as well. Hermitage Road Pete's layout is in the loft. Anthony's also going to revisit the Marklin factory as we're in Stuttgart for a week. As James says, I'm the only one on my block or street messing with trains. Do you know, I had a friend when I was living in Bristol who was into model railways, and I never knew. It wasn't until he passed away and his wife gave me some of his stuff. And I was like, he never said he was into model railways, and he had all this stuff to build this layout in his attic. And he never told me. Got a redneck next to me playing with a 1/25 NASCAR. Peo tried to get into HO by copying NEMA trains. Didn't last very long. Oh, he collects them. Oh, Anthony's had enough. Okay, take care, Anthony. Say hi to Joyce and Karen for us. Oh, what did Valerie do? I missed that. I must saying she hoped she had a nice day. Did I miss something in the chat there? Why is my chat all mixed up? Oh, loaded with flu. Oh, it's your birthday, is it, Valerie? Oh, happy birthday. I see you're loaded with the flu, so a bit of a downside. Yes, Simon will be in Dublin in October. Yes. We'll go for a pint. I must admit, I don't actually drink that much, so about 2 pints and I'll probably be floored. Simon, get in, get yourself a decent pint there. Don't worry, Flame, I'll take care of him. I'll make sure he gets a good pint. As Jerry says, Flame and all, he responded, I'm good, thanks, just not enough hours in the day. I think we all have that. Oh, Clive's going to have diesel for hot air heating. Oh, very good. It was half pints and spoons. So we don't, in Ireland, we don't, you don't ask for half pints. If you want a half pint, you ask for a glass of lager or a glass of Guinness. That's a half pint. I don't know, is that the same in Kerry, Maura? Do you ask for a glass when you want a half? Ironville, as a past computer programmer, planned for the future, so built my outhouse, then got my baseboard built and my carpenter model making friend. He followed my plan for the piano lift idea, no bending down. Very good. Or I'm going to Cornwall in August. I'm going to Severn Valley to drive a real steam train. Yes, yeah, that was your Christmas present, wasn't it, Maura? I bet you're looking forward to that. Where are you going in Cornwall? I wouldn't mind hooking up 3 old set of slot car sets and making a crazy setup. Yeah, I think everyone's messed around with slot cars, the old Skelectric as they would be over here. Also, you haven't got it on 4 screens. Oh, yeah. It's only taken, what, we're only almost an hour in. Let me do that. There we go. That'll make it a bit better for people. Sorry about that, guys. Mark's been a great help. Just need advice to any new people in the chat. Just ask anything, and Mark or anyone else in the chat will help you out. Yeah, Summer Breeze there, John and Holly, they weren't too sure on soldering. So was it last week or the week before? I done a little soldering demonstration on my live, just so they could see how I done it. You know, just to help people out. If it's something like that I can show you in a live stream, if it's something more complicated, I might need time to get materials or whatever to do in a live stream or do a separate video. But if you're stuck on anything, and if I can't answer it, somebody in the chat will be able to answer it. So, you know, if you've got a question, ask, and we'll see what we can do to help out. Probably a separate room if I could find one or build one, yeah. Spoons, well, it's all right for a half pint with a meal, Simon. And Brian's hoping to start didn't you start a separate channel for the slot cars, Brian? Or were you? Timber Surf, I overthink things, spent the day making network diagrams, flow charts, and creating the wiring nomenclature for my future layout. McCarville Studios, Michael, good evening, how you doing? Thumbs up, guys, yes, hit the thumbs up for me, please, share the stream, subscribe if you're new here. As I said, got any questions, stick them in the comments, or just come in and say hello. Davey Music Weddings, good evening, hi Mark, layout looking fab, thank you very much, we're getting there. I suppose there's a few new people in the chat. Let me just tell you about this layout. It's a modular layout that I'm building. It's 00 gauge tracks here. In the center here, there's a 009. That's currently over here because I'm working on that, building the scenery on it. We got a viaduct scene here. This tunnel, which I've just built over the past week. In that corner there is going to be a TMD station area. Engine shed there for steam stuff, and then there's going to be, I'm going to put a level crossing here, there's going to be a couple of houses, a little sort of village scene here, and that's basically my layout. And then the idea is up here, all this will flow up into this level, to the 009, there'll be a little lake, the stream coming down, so it'll come down onto a waterfall on this level, under the railway here, another little waterfall down to like a water feature under the viaduct. I don't know anyone in Ireland, intertrains, only online mates. Yeah. So I was in Sligo Airport last week and saw the layouts being built there. Very cool to see them in such a space. Yeah, I haven't actually been down to see them yet. I've heard about them. And one time I used to be in Sligo Airport all the time because I used to teach people to fly down there. That's going back a few years now. John PW22, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. I've got to have another play with Extract CAD. Last month, or not so big of a term. I thought we were coming. Oh, sounds like something's derailed. No, we're all good. Stay at home and stay safe. Yeah, that's what you got to do. Research has shown how important having an electronic circuit breaker after the command station or booster is. Jerry's BVR agreed, a glass equals half a pint, yeah. PD Model Railways, good evening. Signed in my work account by mistake. This is my railway one now. Hi all, I'm Mark looking for, oh, right, okay. As Raymond says, I swear some people love to spread disease. Yeah. Mark and Kerry, you asked for a pint as it lasts longer. I don't think I've ever asked for a half or a glass. You just look at someone going, oh, can I, you know, when you have people coming over to visit from across the Watermora, and they go, oh, can I just have a half, please? What's wrong with you? Or, can I have a lager shandy? Yakking away. Yeah, some people coughing and spluttering. Like, you don't remember COVID, all that stuff we went through a few years ago. And just, have a bit of manners, cough into your hand or your elbow. Or, yeah. Clive News, that's so you don't have a Ken Patterson event, Timber? Yes, that was a close call. Sorry to that, Mark, but we did hear that so often. I had a neighbour of 4 years, didn't know he was a railway model until he passed, yeah. No. Oh, Craig's just sent me some pictures. He must be in the chat, is he? I haven't got that far yet. I'm just going to quickly... Oh, there he is there, New Germ Junction. Good evening all. I'm at work. How you doing, Craig? Mr. Grimm. The day starts at 9 a.m. where I learn the ins and outs, and then I'm in the cab for a 32-mile trip. Oh, nice. Just ordered the NC Pro cab for Grimend so it can have 2 operators on its 16-foot wide. Oh, nice. 20-watt incandescent bulb in series with a DCC output is a basic protection. Okay, Brock James, thanks for popping in. We'll see you again. Take care. Grover Studio is busy. In case I missed something, feeding the laser at the moment, trying to structures. No problem. Cheers. I have been here previously as Brook Hall Mill. That layout has been sold, hence the new identity. Ah, right, okay. And Clive have picked up an NCE1 from eBay Timber. Right, Mark, what a lovely plan for your layout. Excellent. Nice to mix double O with the line and the water feature with the viaduct. Not sure how mine will turn out. Time will tell. But the thing is, as you build your layout, I've started here, we're going around that way. As you build your layouts, you get more and more practice as you go around. So by the time you finish it, because the layout's never finished, you go, do you know what, I could improve that, or I could do this differently, and then you start changing it. And that's what the great thing about model railways is you can keep working and improving your skills, and new products come on the market, and you go, oh, try that, and there's so many things now, especially that can be 3D printed, that just adds so much to a model railway. So, this will never be finished. Clive said, it might go to Merg, much cheaper, yes. The past week I've been doing some research into computer control. I know how it works now, and we've been trying to figure out who to buy the stuff from. Merg is one option, but then I was thinking, do I want to get a bag of bits and sit there and solder everything together? For the amount of controllers I need. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to spend a bit of money and get the stuff ready-made that I can just connect the wires and away we go? We all know Charlie Chadwick has gone with Digitrax. They seem to be the more expensive end of it. There are some cheaper ones there, which I'm sort of looking into at the moment to see which is the best sort of value for money. John PW got made redundant Monday, but already got a model railway related opportunity. I'm pursuing. More info if that happens. Oh, very good. Alan Reynolds, Buckner Junction. Good evening, Mark, and hi to all in the chat. Just popping in to say hello, but I'm up north with family, so I'll not be saying regards, Alan. Oh, so he hasn't been in the pub. Brock James, I'm subscribed and thumbed up. Thanks very much, Brock James. Yet to investigate Merg. Sorry, I'm just sort of scrolling through the chat. If I miss a question or anything, pop it back into the chat or I'm sure one of my mods will highlight to me. I just remembered something. I had a buddy go taking in and find a Burger King. Yes, and for a Royale with cheese. Yeah. Bye, James. Rob and Grace, RG Change. Oh, I'm loving that mountain in the top right. Yes, this is the new tunnel. Video on this will be out next week. The video this week is on the 009 section, which is out of sight here at the moment. In fact, I was going to take the roving camera, so what I'll do now is I'll just put the chat down for a second. I'll take the roving camera and give you a tour of the layout. Actually, if I make that big screen. Yes, there we go. So obviously, there's the tunnel I built there. This area is going to be, so we're going to have the TMD here. And this is a station area with a couple of passing loops. And then we've got the three-way point there, which is going to come down here. So there's going to be a steam shed. So it's sort of covering both eras. And then here, we've got a little, you've got to remember all this scenery carries on up onto the 009, which I'll get to in a second. So there's going to be a little sort of village scene here, a little road, level crossing, some fields. And we got the viaduct here. So again, the water will be coming down here from the 009, waterfall, under the railway, down here, into a water feature. And then we've got the tunnel here, which again, this carries on up onto here, which is that bit there. And you can see I've started building that, but I've ran out of plaster of Paris bandage. I've ordered some. It should be here next week sometime, and then I can crack on and get this finished, and then I can put that back, I can paint it and get all the scenery done on it, so that will look, you know, probably 40% finished. Anyway, let's put this back over, pointing at the tunnel, and the unofficial sponsor, the trainsetshop.com now, check it out. Right, let's get back to the chat. Mark, did you see the video of the Hunslet from? No, I didn't see that. Yeah, I'm hoping that it should be here next month, I think. Grace's mum's still very poorly, so she's taking up our time at the moment. Grace was on the phone last night to 3 a.m. this morning. Oh, sorry to hear that, guys. I wish your mum a speedy recovery. I hope everything's all right there. Brian says, be warned, Morley controllers don't have circuit protection and will blow the transformer when they get short. Ooh. Is that from bitter experience, Brian? I got official all clear on a wee medical issue that needed a look at today. I'm just getting old. We all are. Half 8, which means food chat. It was half 8, so that means I'm about 4 minutes behind on the chat then. Cheated today, went to Supermax and grabbed a chicken burger. We were going to have soup and toasties tonight, but had to go out somewhere with the daughter and just said, do you know what, let's go and get a Supermax. Have you tried work there in Germany for a DCC kit? I've been recommended multiple times. Oh, Alan's off. Okay, take care, Alan. Kiachi again. You can watch Mark's most informative videos on YouTube. There's the link. Thanks very much. Flymo, do subscribe if you're new here and give me the thumbs up. Oh, Marlon's in the house. Hi, Marlon. Raymond, it's scary when smoke comes out of the box. Yeah, when it's not meant to. John Honey, I had a more years ago when I was on DC on my very first layout. Now I use Gate Master Prodigy Advanced 2. Now we're on DCC. Yes, that's what I use at the moment. And I've got the lead to hook it up to my computer to use JMRI through it as well. Jerry says, my layer is all Arduino controlled by PC and mobile, far cheaper for a wee bit of work. Yep. So if you want to do that, because almost doing that is another part of the hobby, getting into Arduino control and things like that. It's something I didn't want to get into because in my day job I work with computers all the time, and sort of the last thing I want to do then is start doing programming and stuff on that, because this is supposed to be an escape away from the day job. Sven and Anna at America Ireland are great. We were posted up next to them at the SDMRC. Yeah, they are really good. I've met them a few times at the shows around the country because they take a little stand around. They're very good and very informative. There's the link, trainsetshop.com. Do check it out. Look at Mr. Billionaire here with a 3-way point. I'll let you know, I've got 2 of them. And they're Electrofrog. Flymo says, hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe and share, folks. Thank you very much, Flymo. Ironville, Mark, fantastic. You've done loads. Yeah, since the new year, I've had a new impetus to get on with this, and I've had a bit of more. I don't want to say this too loudly, but I've had a bit more spare time. Don't want her to hear, because she's got a list of jobs for me to do. Well done with so many camera angles. Yeah, well, I have got, as I build the layout, I'll be wiring cameras into them. So I've got some of those cameras that John JMC uses. These little ones here. I'm just waiting on some longer USB leads to come. And then I'm going to start using them, and maybe instead of using StreamYard like I am here at the moment, start using OBS. So it'll be more of a line side view that you'll get then, like the camera in the top right. So it'll be at sort of eye level line side. John Holly's asking, how are you getting on with the Endgauge layout, Adam? There's the link for the unofficial sponsor again. 40% finished is 40% less you have to do later on. Yeah, but see, you do finish that 40% and you get to what you think is 100%, but you get around and you go, do you know what, I could do that a little bit better. I don't like the way that looks now. I think I'll change that. So maybe a layout is only ever 40% finished. It's great to have a bit of announce on the old electronics, yes. Mr. Purcell is off. Take care. Thanks for popping in. Ivo, I keep in mind that Yarmark is local net bus space, so you need a good quality N6P crimp tool and a cable tester. Alan White, I like the ESU controllers, off the shelf stuff, but it adds up, yes. Brian had Burger King tonight. Burger King, Supermax. I thank Rob from Little Wicket. His video on going DCC for 40 quid got me started. Yes, Rob has done some great videos on DCC kits and getting it started, getting the cheap way into it. Simon had gammon tonight with boiled and roast potatoes, carrots and Yorkshire pud. Ooh. Maura had cutter's pie for dinner. John Holly, we've got southern fried chicken. There's Flymo's put up the link to Little Wicked there, Rob's channel, very good channel. He's does some very good stuff on electronics as well. And he does some interesting videos as well, like going into, not in depth into the finances, but of Bachman and Hornby, just explaining some of the finance stuff there, which I find quite interesting. Spare what, yeah. I call my modelling as a full-time job. Cross-structure chains have refurnished their first forger, new seating, USB-C sockets. It looks interesting. Is it still going to be the vomiter though? Because that wasn't the most uncomfortable trains I've ever been on. Those eye-level shots do wonders to make the layout look so much bigger than it really is. Yeah, the only thing is, it's like these are probably the longest trains I could run having 3 carriages. I'd love to have a layout where I can run full-length trains, because I think it looks so much better when you have like a full set HST going around. Of course, the one thing about when you do work like this, you get so much dirt on the layout, and as the trains go around they pick it up and they just always seem to dump it off in the same place. Oh, I need to sit down for a minute. I was thinking of using some of those cameras and fitting one inside the signal box. Yeah, that's the sort of thing I'm going to do. One thing John did advise is getting some heat sinks to go on the back of the camera, because they actually, he said they get quite warm, so I've got some of them. Never heard of it, right? Spare time, what is that? I know, pretend we never heard of it. Raymond says, ESU decoders don't like MRC or any other PWM DC controllers. Flymer says, I had a late breakfast of fried egg, bacon and Stoneway black pudding the other night. Finished the black pudding off yesterday. Oh, nice. Brian said, I had the day after day and ended up replumbing the kitchen sink. Yeah. Fresno Jason, I should have finished this freaking install already, but between my 4-year-old, my 8-year-old, 80-year-old dad calling, wife messaging me from work, I can't focus for long enough to get squat done. Oh, we've all been there, Jason. We've all been there. I have to keep explaining to the family about the layout as they keep asking when it'll be finished. Yeah. John had Thai green curry by the missus arriving any minute. Oh, nice. PD Motor Railway. Mark, are your trains running according to continental rules? They're just running. Yeah, they are on the wrong side, aren't they? I just noticed that. How did that happen? Yeah, we're going continental tonight. It says, cheapest start for DCC in continental Europe is to get a Roku Locomaster 2, basic but effective. Scott, you need to tell them the layer's never finished. It's true. Jerry, I had to eat a whole family pack of smoky bacon that was past the best before day. Life is hard sometimes. RGJ, some reason don't we know? Yes. They're going through a big remodel at the moment, RGJ trains. Not at the moment, John. Having to move things around and get ready for new windows and doors. Survey on Monday. I don't know when I'll be getting them fitted. You think Voyagers are bad? My first XC was a Turbo Star from New Street to Derby. Cross country, sorry, was a Turbo Star. It looks awesome and makes my small layout look large, but my large layout affords full-size trains. Mind you, I'm in N scale. Yeah. Really what I'm limited the size of trains here to is the size of what the station is going to be, because obviously they've got passing loops, so I want to be able to train to pull in, stop, and another train come out. It seems that most modern trains are going back in time to old third-class teak level comfort these days. You end up with that bump after the corner, always derails things, yeah. We're looking forward to it now. Wait to the episode this weekend. Ooh. The rules are done, these rules. What's our continental rules? Rule 1 applies. I came across a Facebook page. It popped up on it was a model railway one, and one of their rules was Rule 1 does not apply here. I was like, ooh, okay. France runs on the same side as UK, except also which follows German rules. Hey, John, I forgot where they were. I live down the lane, if anybody's wondering where the rules go. Scamperton Model Railway, good evening. Welcome to the stream. How are you keeping? Talking of taking down, I took down CJ1 a couple of months ago and started to rebuild CJ2 in a new location. Then realised I had blundered massively, so I'm now on CJ 2.5. John's off, his food's arrived. Enjoy the food, John. Take care. Thanks for popping in. And there's a link to yet another model railway company. Does anyone have a tip on removing matte varnish from the cab windscreen? I've had a bit of a nightmare on my first weathering attempt. Ooh. I'll pass that out to the crowd. Any advice from anyone? Timbersurf's usually good at things like this. J94, Kieran's in the house. Good evening, Kieran. How are you doing? JFI Yamrock booster is the same price as a DC EX Command booster. Andy asked, can you get a new glazing panel for it? Oh. Flat Track Evening Double D, how are we? Good evening, welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. I'm all good here, running trains, enjoying the evening. Shooting the breeze with you guys. Excuse me, Tim, several lines of script running in my head, never a good thing. Timbersurf, I see, I knew that. Try IPA, isopropyl alcohol. May take a lot of rubbing, but it will not damage the screen. There we go. It's the Curacao Class 66, so I tried IPA, thinners and white spirit, but no success. I might see if a Curacao have spares. You could just say it's a mud-splattered windscreen. Yeah. Right, I've sort of caught up with the chat. I'm just going to check that email that Craig sent through. So I presume Grimman Model Railway Exhibition layout. Cheers. Right, okay, I shall. I'm just seeing if I can pull these pictures up and we'll scroll through them. I'm just going to extract them. Extract. Right, that wouldn't work a minute ago, but it's just decided to catch up. So I'm going to share this screen with you now, guys. Bear with me a second. There we go. So this is Craig's layout. I forgot what you called it. It's very nice. I think, is this the one that's about 16 foot by 2? Oh, look at that weathering on the coach there. Go back through them. There we go. Yes, that was Grimend Model Railway Exhibition layout. So it was a repaint on the Cura scale class 31. Huh. There we go. Right, I'm back to the chat. Oh, it's skipped on for me now. Cura 66 should have spares, or frost for that matter. Cheers, Timmer, I'll keep scrubbing. Got a bell, guys. Plumber is here to give a refund for what he didn't do, but I did. Jeez. Okay, Michael, take care. I'm glad to see the S in here. The 4 camera angles are cool. How do you do that, Mark? I use StreamYard, and basically when you're in StreamYard you can have guests in. So basically we have the camera on the bottom right is connected to this computer I'm sat at. The computer that's looking down the viaduct, that's the top right, is connected to a laptop that's down here, which is running the whole stream. The top left camera is my phone, which is connected via the Wi-Fi. And then the main camera up there is connected to an old laptop. And that's all that laptop is for, is running that camera. And then I just invite them all as guests and have them all together. RGJ Trains, you guys should have a laugh at this weekend's episode. Grace losing the plot, if she ever had it in the first place. Arnville, I used IPA on plastic model, just took the paint off, not sure about clear plastic. I thought the only plot was under the patio. Whoa. Grimend. Yeah, Grimend was the... look at Kelly Station, new figures are epic. He's done Rick Mail and Aidan Empson from bottom. Yeah, I did see those online somewhere. Oh, Jerry's off as well. Take care, Jerry. Your Rob, words, Rob. We'll see you at the weekend. And Brian's off as well. He's going to call it. His arm's starting to hurt. Take care, Brian. Get well soon. There's a link to the train set shop. Do check it out. Flymo's busy putting all the links up there. Do check out the links that Flymo's putting up there. Subscribe if you're not already, and do check out those channels. I think everyone on here has got some great channels. Rochette Dino, how big is your layout, Mark? It is 12 foot by 6 foot. So each section is, no, sorry, it's not 12 foot, it's 10 foot by 6 foot. It used to be 12 foot by 7 foot, but now it's 10 by 6. So each section is 6 by 2. So 6 by 2, 6 by 2, 6 by 2, 6 by 2, which makes the middle 6 by 2 as well. So there's 5 sections that make it up. Oh, 57's just stopped. Yeah, I think it's just picked up too much dirt. Probably needs a good wheel clean. Let's move this shed. Give this a bit of a clean. Oh yeah, that track is filthy. Oh yeah, wow. Yeah, it's obviously picking up a lot of dirt off the track. Because I say, especially when you're doing plaster Paris, there's a lot of dust and everything that gets around it. It gets sticks to the track, and then the wheels pick it up. And are we wrapping up then? No, I'm going to be going for another half hour or so, Joshua. Unless everyone else is leaving, and I'll go as well. There's no point in me sitting here chatting to myself for half an hour. Let's just check the mics, make sure they're all good. Yep. When are you sending those packets to Chris? Take it you heard about me, Emlyn Wagon Fetish said. Oh, hi from HH Express heading off as well. Okay, hi, catch you again. Right, I don't know what's wrong with my throat tonight, but it's drying out really quick. I think tonight, this time I'll have a bit of the old carbonated lemon and lime water. There we go. Hydrogen trains, got about 7 of them. Now I was aiming for 5, but saw them and bought more. Kieran says, I did sort of see a cross-country class 170 in the newish pink livery yesterday. Ooh. So now I've cut up the chat. If I've missed a question, now's your chance to pop it in the chat. Yeah, so the next, obviously I'm going to paint the hillsides I've done in a couple of days. Probably it's going to be Sunday now before I get a chance to do it, so they're dry. I'm not going to do any further scenics on that because, as I say, I want to have it pulled out so I can get around it both sides a lot easier than having to lean over it. But I think I'll work on this section next. So dig out the level crossing, put the road and level crossing in. I've got a Metcalf kit. I need to build that first so I can see where it fits to put the road in around it. Yeah. So I'll do that, paint that, do the scenics on that, build the Metcalf kit. I might start that tomorrow evening. If I get a chance, I could sit in here, watch Anthony stream. He's on at 8 o'clock. That's Anthony, the model train outsider. He's on at 8 o'clock. And then we have Andy, who will be on at 1 o'clock on Sunday. And who else we got coming on? Is Alan going to be doing a stream this weekend? I know he said he's away with people this. And John JMC, I don't know when he's doing his next stream, Sunday evening. Oh yeah, of course, RGJ Trains. I was thinking, who's on Saturday? How could I forget RGJ Trains? Rob and Grace. To be fair, we only tune in for Grace, really. She's so pleasant and nice. I'm like, Rob. Are you joking, Rob? We all love you, really. Did the same Simon have a rake 3040 the same wagons? Sounds like a nice rake to be running, Simon. Yeah. Check the Google Logs below if you want to ask a question live to Mark here, and don't have to be in the chat or subscribed. It can be anonymous. Yeah. Which I should check that link actually to make sure there is no questions in it. Oh, I can't actually. I have to go in this way to do it, because I can't click on the link in StreamYard. Flower says, hee hee, we're there for you, Rob, both of you. Well, there are a couple of questions on there. Don't forget Morgan to Adam, yeah. Saturday, St. Valentine's Day. Oh, it is, yeah. I think I'm taking my missus out for an Irish picnic. An Irish picnic is you go somewhere in your car, have your picnic, don't get out of the car, because usually it's raining or blowing a gale, so you can't actually get out of the car, and then come home. And going by the weather, it's going to be bitterly cold on Saturday, so we probably won't want to get out of the car anyway. Yes, that makes tomorrow Friday the 13th. So yeah, maybe I won't even come in here tomorrow to do any work. So I do have to go to my friend up in Derry to pick up some parcels tomorrow. Oh, Simon's going to head off. I'm going to head off now, going to capture a charger train at my local station. I won't be back till after 9:30 when the stream's finished. See you all next week. Bye, everyone. Oh, do you not want to do a live from there, Simon? And I'll patch you into here. It's a cursed Friday, yes. Another reason for staying in bed then. Aaronville, lucky I'm free on Saturday 14th to see RGJ at 8 p.m. Morris says, Mark, I've done those picnics. Yeah. It's something we used to do with the kids, especially when they were small. They would just, love to go out in the car. One of the big things they liked doing is just going through the car wash. Of course, they were tiny then, Simple things amused them back then. So I'm going to mix 2 this year. Yes, Flymo, we'll go out for dinner and maybe just to the cinema. Ooh! I think we'll just have go for an Irish picnic, and then maybe get a couple of steaks in for the evening time. Sit and watch that, cuddle up on the sofa and watch a movie maybe. Kieran says, I heard that apparently it's going to snow this weekend. It's going to get cold, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's so snow. Arnville, dinner, then cinema's good. You can talk during the dinner, cinema, not talking for a few hours. Yes. Soldering irons are hot. Yes, tell me about it. Anytime I'm doing soldering live on my Thursday stream, everyone's just waiting for me to burn myself. And see, one, is he going to burn himself? Two, when he burns himself, is he going to swear? I'm just thinking, I take that 57 off and give it a clean. What will I put on instead? Ooh. I am going to. I picked up this Bachmann Class 66 at a show last year. I think I picked it up for like 30 quid or something. Had no couplings on it, but I've just glued one on, and I haven't had a chance to test it yet, so I will put this on. One, see if the glue holds the coupling as it goes around, and actually see if it actually goes around the layer. Okay. Excuse the hand of God. Yeah, that coupling didn't glue on. Let me just show you what happened there. I went to couple it up, and there's the coupling there. So no, it didn't stick. I'll have to put some different glue on that. Right, let's take the carriages off, and we'll run it around by itself. We'll go 6613, enter, put the lights on. It moved about 2 millimeters and then stopped. Come on, I gave your wheels a good clean. You were working on the rolling road. Oh. I do think it has a problem with pickups. I need to do a proper strip down and see, because it did seem to be... Give it some more beans. Oh, did it get stuck in the tunnel? Oh no, it just stalled. Where are we? Just I did both. Scavenger Runner. I don't think I'll ever weather and look after this. I'll stick with this pristine look. Nora, I burnt my finger with a hot wire cutter and have some blister. Yep. Oh, look at that. It stopped right at the furthest reach. Of course, that's the problem now with having this tunnel here. It's a bit harder to get over. Yeah, that loco doesn't like it. So let's let's run something Irish. Now, is this the 141 or the 181? I think that's the front. So I'm going to run this around the same way as the 20, just so we can see it in the camera, coming towards the camera. Loco 163, enter. Yeah, that's the class 141. It says, indeed, Jason, I've already picked something off the tip of the iron and remembered to use the cleaner ball instead. Yeah, I remember a friend of mine deciding, he was sober, deciding to see how if the chip fat was hot enough, and he stuck his finger in it. Of course, it was hot enough, and I was sort of one of those times you look at him and go, why? Aaronville, I was going to ask a lady out for Valentine's Day to be on the following Sunday. A Saturday night is Archie night. She smiled and said, so Jason, I have a nice white spot on my knuckle now. I wonder, would some heat try to shift it, as such as cotton bud and hot water? Yeah, you wouldn't want it too hot. Oh, I think Ross just came in and went. Okay. Newham Junction. Right, guys, got to go. I'm in Durham waiting for my fare to arrive. Take care. Great stream, Mark. Laters. I might live Sunday with Grim End layout working. But until then, be safe. Okay. Craig, take care. Aaronville says, for burns, I was told to run it through running cold water. Yeah, that's what I always do with burns. Flyman, I'm inclined to agree with you, Tim. Leave that stuff to the exhibitors and diorama folks. Nothing looks better than a quarry scene and grubby locos in stock. I have an old Bachmann loco that did that once. Oh, I just had a thought. Did I actually... What did I do with the coupling? Did I pick it off, or did I just leave it on the track and now it's scattered to the four winds of the layout? Right, okay. I don't know where I put that. The previous loco was having trouble on that stretch track, headlight was flickering. Yeah, as I say, even though I've cleaned the track, there's still a lot of dirt and grub on it from it. It needs a proper clean with IPA and stuff, which I'm not going to do really until I finish doing some more modelling, because you're just going to be doing it all the time otherwise. I did think of getting them done by someone. I wanted to have a go. It's my own fault, lesson learned, as they say. Yeah, I've always wanted to do some weathering, and I keep buying sort of older locos, you know, but then I end up going, oh no, I like that loco. I don't want to spoil it. But I will have to bite the bullet sometime just to give it a go and see how it works out. Josh, the yard, sure. Coach, yeah, I've just parked the Pullmans in the yard. Cosy 108 BMK. Hi all, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Tim, at least you had to go. That's the main thing. Yeah, braver than me, Tim. Coaches some grind also. Yes. Oh, Dino's off. Early start tomorrow. Okay, take care, Dino. Class 141 versus Class 20. Who will win? Well, I think the 141 is scampering away. I once saw a weathering demo. He said, make sure the windows are masked first. I once tried wearing armor gloves for soldering. Hard to hold the solder. True, aside from the windscreen nightmare, it actually went well for my first attempt. Well, that's good. Funny thing is, my wife has banned me from weathering 3 of my locos as she likes the livery and not to spoil them. Well, I was told to heat a soldering bolt at college with the acetylene torch. Didn't notice it was getting red hot, just a bit too hot. And yes, I guess I head out for the night. Sorry, it was barely in sight. No problem, Joshua. Take care. We'll catch you again. Yeah, I've seen Clive, one of his videos there. He had some old soldering irons, which are the ones that you put in a flame or a fire to heat up. And then you had the amount of time before it cooled down that you could do soldering with. The Irish local looks so good. Yeah, that's a class 141. There's also a class 181, which almost looks identical. In fact, you'd be hard pressed to tell. A lot of the difference are to do with the engines on the inside between the two different classes. There's a couple of panels I believe are different, but if you put them side by side, it'd be hard to tell. If you're looking for something reversible, I use wet paintbrush dipped in crushed up chalk pastels. You can shake off more or less water to make it more or less strong and comes right off with water. I've seen, what's the Station Road, the New Zealand guy, I forget his name now. He was doing, using pastels, wetting pastels to do his paving on his station, which I thought was quite a good idea. He was over, I actually met him, was he at the NEC a couple of years ago, as he came over with, and he was with Paul from, what's Paul's channel's name now? Oh, I can't remember. A bit like the class 44, 45, 46. The difference between them is visual mechanical. Paul Apps, yeah, that's it, Paul Apps. Sounds a good idea. A damp cloth removes the stuff and a fine brush for detail. I like the DCC concept, so daring kit. You can turn the dial to what heat level is required. I set it to 415, works pretty quickly. A nice holder and can turn it off the unit. Yeah, I have a variable temperature and I set mine to about 400 when I'm soldering. Even though that was Getz. Yeah, it was Getz. Yeah, it was Getz actually, yeah. New control self arrived today, so I'll be getting that installed. I'm being well at the weekend. Paul Apps, Julian. Yeah, that was it, Julian. A predictive text, soldering not so daring. I got so much soldering to do, I bought a tilling pot. It'd be like being back at work. Oh, there's my daughter just coming back from work. She's quite late tonight. She must have had a long day. Yeah, maybe next week I'll just have Irish locos running for a change on there. Get the, let's see, I've got a class 141, 181, A class, and a 121, and a Ginty. First one, Jason, I solder about 480 degrees, quick touch and done. Only way to get things done when the shakes I have in my hands. Ask your daughter, did she bring you a takeaway? Oh, I doubt it. I'd say if she's this late home, she's not going to be in a good mood. So I might just stay in here for a little bit longer. I've seen that one iron, they're good. There's these pencil irons as well with the temperature on display on them too, yeah. Also see many on bigclive.com. Yeah, fine tip helps too. You see, this is, some people say to me they prefer using a chisel tip, whereas I like using the pointy fine tip. So I wonder what happened to this chap. Yeah, he's still building his layout. I haven't seen anything of, well, last month or two I think he had a video out. I got an ESD one and a hot air rework stick handy for heat shrinks, yes. I could actually turn that camera around a bit more, couldn't I? Let's get more of the tunnel in. My setup is a Chinese brand from Amazon, but you can adjust it to anything. Being end scale and soldering onto these tiny boards means high spot heat and fast removal, yeah. Oh, Maura's heading off. Okay, take care, Maura. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, I'll be finishing up now in a few minutes anyway. It's, make it 24 minutes past 9, so another 6 minutes and I'll be finishing up. Video out tomorrow on the 009 section, what I'm doing with that. Again, channel members and patrons have had it today. Next week's video, which will be out tomorrow week, will be on building the tunnel. And then probably the week after that will be on doing the road and level crossing over here. That's if I can keep up this tempo on working on this layout. Something's bound to come along and stop work. Has anyone heard anything from Graham at Lakeside? Well, notice he hasn't done any videos for a while. Graham is at the moment busy building his 148 scale truck he's got. A remote control truck. Like he is a very skilled modeler. It seems anything like that he turns his hand to, because he built a boat. Now he's doing a truck. Yeah, anything like that. Sunderland Junction hasn't done a video for 2 months. All right. Right, we're shooting off, guys. Thanks for streaming, Mark. Take care. Okay. RGJ Trains, don't forget to go over, subscribe to them. They'll be live 8 o'clock on Saturday. Anna Foster, hello, I'm home. Just wondering when will you be finished? I'll be finishing up in about 4 minutes, Anna. Hot dog, yes, it's time to pull the ripcord and drop gently into hot bath. Night all. Okay, Andy, take care. So I'm going to be finishing up now in a few minutes. So yeah, so same video out tomorrow. I'll be back for my live stream next Thursday. We've got Anthony Dodge, the Model Train Outsider, stream tomorrow at 8 o'clock. These are all UK times. Then we'll have RGJ Trains on Saturday night. Andy will be doing his on Sunday at 1 o'clock. And I'll run into Buckland Junction, sometimes does a Sunday evening, and John JMC also does Sunday evening sometimes. So there are a couple of ones to check out. Raymond says, I almost got into RC trucks, however, that would lead to more things I would buy, put into storage and let languish. Yes. I buy train, run it, put it in the box, let it sit, then run it again much later, then put it away, rinse and repeat. Yeah. Like I've got all these different trains and locos here, and yet I've been running the same ones every week for the past 6 months. So where are we? Right, it's 21:28, so I'm going to start saying goodnight now, guys. Bring the stream so we can finish up there. I'll see you in the other streams. Anthony tomorrow night, RGJ Train Saturday, Andy on Sunday, Jenny on Monday, and then whoever else comes along. And I will be back here hopefully Thursday. I say video out tomorrow on the 009. And we'll see what work I can get done over the weekend. We've got Valentine's Day, so I'll have to treat my lady as she deserves to be treated on Saturday. Maybe we should run locos on rotation. Maybe I should put a list up of locos I have. Well, locos I have and are working. And then you guys decide. Maybe I should put a poll up before the live stream going, which ones do you want to run? So anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, it is a pleasure being here Thursday evenings with you for a couple of hours, running trains and talking about trains and for some reason food from 8:30. But anyway. So take care, everyone. I'll catch you all again. See you in the other streams. And if not, I'll see you all next Thursday, hopefully. So take care, everyone. Enjoy your modelling over the weekend, whatever you're getting up to. And I'll see you again. Take care, everyone. Good night.